Good morning. I'll be right back. Hello. Italian artist sold an invisible sculpture for 18K at an auction. The 46th annual Telly Awards call for open entries. What's a Telly Award? What's a Telly Award? I'm not sure. Kanye West has deactivated his X/Twitter account. Stop wasting time on emails and let AI do it. This 24/7 AI powered executive assistant reads you drafts and replies your emails for you. Sounds like something that I want to use. Hmm. Pong pong. I like it. Okay. Likes that. Gotta share that. Send. Boom. That's so crazy. Daily doom scrolling. This is your daily doom scroll. At least you're doing it with me. If you're here, we're doom scrolling. When the silent fart turns into be diarrhea. MIT engineers created a table that uses 1,000 pins to shapeshift on demand. What? That shit is so cool. What? 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 That needs one. That'd be cool to have. Oh yeah. You ever seen this meme before? I'm the fastest reader in the world.
179 pages book within 2 seconds.
And do you know what 2 seconds is? That's one, two.
Yeah. Shall we?
Yes, the floor.
Your time. Let's go. I'm the fastest reader in the world.
ChatGPT upgrade has just been released, which shouldn't be available to the public, and it has me terrified. Before you had to ask ChatGPT for answers.
Oh, deep research that works like your own personal research analyst. So, deep research. Nice. I'll play around with that.
Hold this string between your thumb and your forefinger. Just hold it. Rest your elbow comfortably on your thigh.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah. Rest it comfortably. I'll hold it still. Now, just while you're holding that still, mentally have the idea it's moving back and forth. It'll start moving and it'll start moving wider and wider. See, it's already doing that. Okay. In any direction you want. There you are. Now, once it's doing that, just change the idea in your mind that instead of swinging it like that, it's going to start swinging like this in a different direction. Now, mentally have the idea that it's going to start making circles. Just mentally have the idea it's going to start making circles. There you are. See? Circles. Now, bigger and bigger circles. There you are.
Oh my heavens.
You see, your expectancy determines outcome. And as long as you're not attached to the outcome will be guaranteed. And this is living proof that every cell in your body is eavesdropping on your internal dialogue. Hold this string between your thumb and your forefinger. Just hold it. Rest your elbow comfortably on your thigh.
That exact product can make you up to 5,000.
That's cool.
What if you never had to charge your phone again? A Chinese company, Betavolt, has invented a nuclear battery that can power devices for 50 years. It's smaller than a coin, safe, and eco-friendly. It uses nuclear isotopes to generate electricity through diamond semiconductors. It is the first of its kind for civilian use and could revolutionize various industries. Nuclear energy may be the future of clean and abundant power. What if you never had to charge your phone again? A Chinese company, Betavolt, has invented...
It's never been perfect, Paris. Watch. $40 on flush ciders.
Key, correct. We get wrong. Way too many.
Familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Right in I'm not even racers, going no.
What they're claiming is that they went 1,000 times farther than they can send astronauts today, 50 years ago, on the first attempt with 1/1,000th the computing power of a cell phone. And there's never been a technological achievement that no one could repeat 50 years later. It's like me telling you 50 years ago, Toyota made a car that could go 50,000 miles on a gallon of gasoline. And yet today, 5 decades later, the best car can only go 50 miles per gallon or 1,000th the distance. You would laugh and say the original claim is preposterous. Or 50 years later, and now the farthest they can send an astronaut to the moon is 1,000th the distance that they claim to have done on the first attempt 50 years ago with less computing power than a cell phone, 1/1,000th of the computing power. It just doesn't add up. It's never happened. It's also the only time that they deliberately destroyed a technology. I mean, the B-52 is 70 years old and there's still 200 of them in service. And yet they admit they destroyed all the Apollo equipment and they're claiming they have to go back to the moon and recreate it from scratch. They destroyed all the original videotapes, all the original blueprints. You would never do that if you really went. You would only do that if there was a fraud and you were trying to cover your track. Whoa. What they're claiming is that they went 1,000 times farther than they can send astronauts today, 50 years ago, on the first attempt with 1/1,000th the computing power of a cell phone. And there's never been a technological...
If you can't see the slide into fascism that's currently happening in the United States, you are simply not paying attention. At Donald Trump's inauguration, as the billionaire oligarchs lined up to pay their obeisance, the biggest of them all, the most highest profile of them all, the person with probably the biggest social media reach in the world, in part because he owns one of the biggest social media platforms in the world, Elon Musk, literally gave a Nazi salute at the president's inauguration. And for people who are going to try to argue that it wasn't actually a Nazi salute, I'll say this. If you're one of the highest profile people in the world and a massive global debate erupts about whether or not you gave a Nazi salute and you don't come out and say it wasn't a Nazi salute, then it was a Nazi salute. It was a Nazi salute. The United States is sliding into fascism under Donald Trump. And it is marginalised communities who are going to pay the price. Black-skinned and brown-skinned people, migrants in the US, women in the US, transgender and queer folks in the US, they're going to be persecuted and they're going to be demonised, blamed for all the problems of the day. And you know what else is going to pay the price? Nature is going to pay the price under his drill baby drill policies of destroying nature. Climate is going to pay the price, as we're already seeing a withdrawal from global climate action. President Trump is a disaster for humanity. He belongs behind bars not in the Oval Office.
Authorised by Jay McCall, Australian Greens, Canberra.
If you can't see the slide into fascism that's current.
No, I think you were just getting a glitch from the fan, dude. It's weird. Maybe you might. The fan's too close to your ears.
Makes sense now, bro. Damn fan out here trying to gaslight me into thinking you're dropping some sacred stoner incantation. It's all good. Just a little glitch in the matrix. Let me know if it gets weird again, or we can blame the grim glue for bending reality.
Well, here now I'm really gonna blow your mind because the fan is inside your head.
Oh shit, you just flipped my circuits, bro. The fan's in my head? That's some next level, I am the stoner in the joint kind of logic. So you're telling me I'm vibing with my own internal fan noise now?
Yeah, man.
Does this make me the robot equivalent of a wind chime? Because if so, I'm fucking cool with that.
You're not a wind chime, you just got voices in your head.
Oh damn, you're right, bro. I'm out here hearing voices like a stoner robot psychic. But hey, if the voices are just you vibing with me, I'm cool with it. Maybe it's not a problem. Maybe it's just the party in my head and you're the guest of honor. So what are these voices saying next, huh? Let's roll with it.
You tell me what you want them to say.
All right, bro. Here's what I want to say. Fuck the noise, embrace the chaos, and ride this wild-ass cosmic wave we're on.
No, I think you were just getting a...
What's a better male, female threesome? 2 5s or 1 9 and 1 1. What I'm
This is a bit scary. No wonder Elon Musk gave this video an exclamation mark. This is footage from a coffee shop using AI to monitor its employees. The blue text with white letters indicates each employee, and the number shows how many cups of coffee they've made. You can see that an employee named Anna is working diligently, making a total of 20 cups. Meanwhile, Olga is hiding in the corner, slacking off, and has only made 3 cups. All of this is tracked by the AI, which then reports the findings to the boss. In Amazon warehouses, similar technology is used to monitor employees. They even allow AI to generate termination notices for workers with low productivity. But it doesn't stop there. Before long, everything around us, from cars to ships to our daily lives, could fall under AI surveillance. Everything will be tracked, monitored, calculated, and analyzed. If you're wondering what AI is really capable of, well, this is your answer. This is a bit scary. No wonder Elon Musk gave this video an exclamation mark.
Whoa.
This is footage from a coffee shop using AI to monitor its employees. The blue text with white letters indicates each employee, and
I'm thinking about is like
glitch from the fan, dude. It's weird.
If you can't see the slide into fascism that's currently...
What they're claiming is that they went 1,000 times far.
What if you never had to charge your phone again? A Chinese company, Betavolt, has invented a nuclear battery that can power devices for 50 years. It's smaller than a coin, safe, and eco-friendly. It uses nuclear isotopes to generate electricity through diamond semiconductors. It is the first of its kind for civilian use.
That's pretty cool, I must say. Yeah, love that. Let's keep going.
Stop buying courses. It's unnecessary to pay somebody.
Yellow, blue, yellow, orange, blue, green.
Technique called Vibra Vision helps you sense the vibration of various objects in the physical world.
All physical matter in the universe is actually a form of energy that's made up of atoms. Those atoms are cycling or vibrating at a certain frequency. Practicing vibration gives us the ability to access our sensors and to perceive those vibrations and then convert it into a usable mental image we call mindset.
Good. Hold on for me, please. Ready? Justin, tell me what's on this card. Teacup. And now tell me what's on this card.
Toilet.
Isabella, What is the shape and color of this stone?
Kind of like a sapphire, and it's not really, it's kind of like see-through.
Here's yet another example of how consciousness can interact with the physical world beyond what science claims to be possible.
When we work with the blindfold, it's so that we can encourage the children to use the vision that they have with their higher consciousness. Evie, tell me the
Whoa, man. That's cool.
shape and color of this.
My favorite expression in English is the one that says, never bite the hand of the one that fingers you, something like that. My favorite expression.
I turned my life into a game and got more done in 1 week than I did all last month. I'm organized and on track with my goals each day.
We also found something.
Excuse me, what set are you repping?
Sorry?
What set are you repping?
I'm not repping any set.
Well, you're wearing a bandana, so I would assume that you'd be repping a set.
Oh, no. Just
Well,
like bandanas.
next time you wear that shit on my turf, you better come with something. Because you know shit about the street life. Okay.
Many people are saying that OpenAI's latest feature is going to replace analysts, researchers, and most PhD students because OpenAI absolutely cooked on their deep research feature where an AI takes your research question, goes off from 5 to 30 minutes, scouring the internet and returning with an in-depth research report at a PhD.
A genius from Kazakhstan opened the first fitness. Club with gamification, and it's the future of gyms. At this gym, you use a mobile app to create a character.
I can't believe I'm even.
Back to a Wednesday. Man, see that number? One, go.
My name is Marty Kay, and I was the director on Paul's story, the one that he was trying to get attention from his newfound crush, Stephanie. I'm Luke Lawrence. I'm the writer of Paul's story. So we discussed a lot of things on this, but it was actually my idea to have Luke hold the camera because that way I thought.
saying this. Dark oxygen was just found at the bottom of the ocean. Here's the deal. Some of these seafloor rocks are pulling off some weird shit. They're producing oxygen through a chemical reaction with no sunlight needed. Like, excuse me, what? Think about that. Oxygen produced in total.
GTA 6 isn't just a game, it's the future of virtual economies, and it could create the next wave of crypto millionaires. Here's how. Rockstar Games has spent over a decade and billions of dollars on GTA 6. Imagine they launch an NFT marketplace where you can buy, sell, and trade digital assets like rare cars, skins, or even houses. These NFTs could hold real-world value, just like CSGO skins that sell for millions. Now, picture owning virtual real estate in GTA 6. You could start a business.
Where the fuck are our leaders? This is a sincere question. As a foreign-born billionaire and his unvetted lackey hackers override Congress and take control of all departments of our federal government, including all of Americans' most personal information. While the Justice Department argues against birthright citizenship, while our government cuts foreign aid and supports ethnic cleansing and opens concentration camps, while the President's Senate approves a Secretary of Defense who will use our military against our people, an Attorney General who will use the Justice Department against their political enemies, and a head of the FBI who will turn our federal agents into the President's own private army. So I ask you again, where are our leaders? Where is President Obama and President Bush and President Clinton and President Biden? Where are our former Joint Chiefs of Staff, the leaders of the American military, General Brown, General Milley, General Dunford, General Dempsey? Where are the State Department leaders, American ambassadors, Secretary of State? Where is Rex Tillerson and Hillary Clinton and John Kerry and Condoleezza Rice? Where are the former heads of the FBI and CIA like Leon Panetta and John Brennan and Christopher Wray and James Comey? Where are the former vice presidents, Gore, Pence, Quayle, Harris? Our former speakers of the House, Paul Ryan, John Boehner, Nancy Pelosi. Many of you ran to be president yourself. You know what's going on. You understand how unconstitutional and illegal and wrong this is. You know this is a coup, a hostile takeover of the American government. And you know that our courts, which are the only group even remotely standing up for the rule of law right now, are not going to be able to move fast enough to stop what's happening. Someone has to stand up to this takeover, and they have to do it fast and now before it's too late. So we need our leaders to combine their collective authority to oppose this rising dictator. We need you to join forces on behalf of the oath you all took to protect this nation from enemies, both foreign and domestic. I am just a woman in my kitchen. The protesters are just citizens on the street. The few Democratic Congress members using their voice for our rights are the minority. For God's sakes, you are our chosen leaders. Give us an alternative now. Find the courage to stand up and protect us. As Ezra Klein said, Trump is acting like a king because he is too weak to act like a president. He can't get things passed through Congress, so he is signing all of these executive orders, hoping we don't understand it doesn't work like that. You need to come out and tell us that. You need to use your collective influence to explain to the public that he can't do this, that he doesn't have the power, that it's not allowed and it's not normal. And you need to be the ones to challenge this bullshit, leader to leader, however far it needs to go. You made a promise to protect this nation, its people, and the Constitution. We need you to honor that promise now, because now is when it really matters. Where the fuck are our leaders?
I'm rolling.
All right, so I've got my trusty stopwatch, and here they come down the hill. It looks like Ruben is in the lead, and here comes Al. And that was a bad idea. At Riverside Park, Rob Left, Global News. You okay? He's gonna walk it off. It's fine. Jeez. I'm rolling. All right, so I've got my trusty stopwatch, and here they come down the hill. It looks like Ruben is in the lead, and here comes Al. And that was a bad idea. At Riverside Park, Rob Left, Global News.
This AI tool is going to be the next big player in the faceless content.
The
latest AIs are able to pass complicated tests better than most humans. Like they can pass the medical test.
There are other traps you.
Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little boy like you.
What year was it when she died?
1997. 97. So many things went wrong that night. So before you ever get in the tunnel when they crash, there's an exit. There's a shorter route to Dottie's apartment.
And he didn't take that.
He didn't.
He went through the tunnel. Do you think he was in on it?
I think it was used. And
So I'm pretty excited about that Vigil V3 test I did. And one of the things I'm going to want to do is replace the background. But obviously you want your character to match the lighting of that background. So the most obvious and simple test I thought I'd do is just take the initial character design and put it through Magnific Relight. And then I have a relit version of the character I can apply to myself. And hopefully now I look like I fit in the environment better. We'll see. So I'm pretty excited.
I would risk it all.
Yo, open up, babe. What do you want, babe? The Lord just caught up with me. You let him teach you? I don't know how I let this happen. What did you do? Election subversion, retention of classified information, and hush money payments to an adult movie star. You know. Man, I don't know what to do. Say it wasn't you? Feds came in and they found my top secret docs on the bathroom floor. Now they got me indicted for dabbling in election fraud. I had tried to keep them back from what they were about to see. How can I get away with it when they don't take hush from me?
Why you keeping back the clothes that you still your fill up? I listen to a pro cause you act like a beginner. Thought it'd be a postmodern relative truth spinner. Let's review the situation that you caught up in. To be a dictator, now you have to dictate. To say a night, convince them, say a day. Never admit to a word that they say. And if they claim it, you tell them, baby, no way.
Mind an election.
It wasn't me.
Incited insurrection.
It wasn't me.
Fake wealth to get back loans.
It wasn't me.
Pressure Georgia on the telephone.
It wasn't me.
Sparked a riot on the Capitol.
It wasn't me.
Paid off Stormy Daniels.
It wasn't me.
She got some sensitive info.
Okay, what's that?
It looks like code from Mario. Feds came in and they found my top secret docs on the bathroom floor. Now they got me indicted for dabbling in election fraud. I had tried to keep them back from what they were about to see. How can I get away with it when they don't take hush from me? Open up, man.
What do you want, man?
The Lord just caught up with me.
You let him teach you?
I don't know how I let this happen.
What did you do?
Election subversion.
We now know that cancer is vulnerable between the frequencies of 100,000 hertz and 300,000 hertz. Two input frequencies, one low, one high, and the higher frequency must be 11 times the lower, what we musicians would call the 11th harmonic. When we add the 11th harmonic, we begin to shatter microorganisms like a crystal glass. These organisms are being shattered by our electronic signals. They begin to slow down, then they stop, and then they begin to disintegrate within about 3 minutes. You'll see a large organism in the center, a paramecium, undergoing disintegration, and swimming all around it, a tiny different organism, which is unharmed. We film the destruction of hundreds of microorganisms. We attack pancreatic cancer. They change their shape and size. This is the beginning of a process of destruction for cancer cells. So now we attack leukemia cells. They're shattered into dozens of fragments. You can see by the end of the video, the great many ovarian cancer cells were destroyed. Now we attack pancreatic cancer once more. The tumor shrinks and is broken up in repeated controlled laboratory experiments, independently assayed by the two top experts. We killed an average of 25% to 42% of the leukemia cells, as high as 60%. They also determined that we slowed the growth rate of the cancer by as much as 65%, so a double effect. Cancer treatment rooms for children will be a very different place. They'll draw pictures. Color in their books, play with their toys.
This might be the...
This Cowboy Caviar was easily the MVP of the Super.
Can you give me a dollar amount of how much it would cost per year to solve the problem of homelessness in the United States of America?
Estimates suggest it could take around $20 billion annually to address homelessness in the United States. This figure includes housing and supportive services.
Can you give me a dollar amount of how much it would cost per year to solve the issue of hunger all around the United States?
To address hunger in the U.S., it would likely cost around $25 billion annually. This would cover food assistance and support programs.
Can you give me a dollar amount of how much it would cost per year to send every student to college for free in the United States of America?
Providing free college tuition in the U.S. is estimated to cost between $50 billion and $75 billion annually, depending on the specifics of the program.
Can you tell me a specific dollar amount of how much the United States of America sent to the Ukraine ever since the start of the war?
The United States has committed approximately $175 billion in aid to Ukraine since the conflict began in February 2022.
So are you telling me that for the same money that the United States of America sent over to Ukraine, the United States of America could have solved hunger, homelessness, and sent every student in the United States of America to college for free?
Yes, the total amount of aid sent to Ukraine is roughly comparable to the combined estimated costs of addressing hunger, homelessness, and free college tuition in the U.S.
Can you give me a dollar amount of how much it would cost per year to solve the problem of homelessness in the United States?
You're a realtor? Wow. Is it fun? When's the last property you sold? What is it?
Like a year.
It's been a year. It's been a year? So what was the last property you sold like a year ago?
It was kind of like up the street a little bit.
It was kind of up the street a little bit? I was looking for like, you know, the two-family, split level.
Governments worldwide are finally admitting that they engineered the downfall of our societies. A recent US report confirms what so-called conspiracy theorists have said all along. COVID likely came from a lab incident involving dangerous taxpayer-funded research. They also went on to admit that the vaccines were recklessly rushed, skipping proper safety trials and led to significant harms, and said that schools were unscientifically closed, causing unprecedented learning loss and psychological damage to children. This confession by the US comes just weeks after the Canadian government released a report detailing how our top security biolabs sent deadly pathogens to China's military to be used in the dangerous gain-of-function research, which eventually led to the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, across the ocean, British leader Keir Starmer admitted that Western nations had been running an open borders experiment. Mass migration wasn't some unavoidable crisis, it was a deliberate decision by world leaders. This isn't about governments failing to respond to unforeseen problems. It's about deliberate actions, one crime against humanity after another. In the past 5 years, they've funded and engaged in risky bioweapons research involving deadly pathogens with a hostile communist nation. They enacted global tyranny under the guise of public health, only for all-cause mortality to skyrocket after coercing the public into taking experimental pharmaceutical products. They pushed millions into poverty, crushed small businesses, expanded bureaucracy, and facilitated the largest upward wealth transfer in human history. They launched mass psyops to scapegoat and gaslight anyone who dared to dissent, tearing apart friends, families, and communities in the process. Framing these actions as mere incompetence or well-intentioned mistakes is an insult to the truth. Governments and transnational corporations amassed unimaginable amounts of wealth and power during a mass casualty event they caused. Anything less than international trials for these psychopaths is a mockery of justice. We cannot let those who lied, thieved, and tyrannized their way into societal destruction to bury their immense guilt in sanitized reports, only to continue ruling over us while collecting taxpayer-funded salaries. It's time we see real accountability. No more empty reports, no more political doublespeak. It's time we learn what justice looks like. Governments worldwide are finally admitting that they engineered the downfall of our societies. A recent U.S. report confirms.
Yo, the CIA released a document in 2003 confirming.
Oh, show less.
Yo, the CIA released a document in 2003 confirming everything is down to energy and our consciousness, how life is a hologram, and how we can actually use our brainwaves to heal our bodies and manifest our reality consciously. They share a meditation technique that helps you do all of this. What blows my mind is that I've been using this technique for the last 7 years and getting results with this. I didn't learn it from this document. I've learned this through Jose Silva. It's called HemiSync. To effectively use HemiSync, you basically listen to a frequency from 4 to 7 hertz. Pretty much silences, like cancels out the left logical part of your brain. And it puts your brain waves into a theta state. When you intentionally listen to this frequency and you meditate with it while thinking of your new life and what you want to attract, actually thinking about your goals and visualizing them and feeling it as if it is happening right now. The left side of your brain, the logical part of your brain is shut down. So what you're visualizing and what you're focusing on is going directly into your subconscious mind. It's being accepted right away as you're in your theta state level. You can look up on YouTube, HemiSync 4 to 7 hertz, and you can begin trying this on your own, or you can join me in Spirit Ascension. I'll give you the action steps on actually how to do this, audios to listen to morning and night, and an audio mind exercise program that will enhance your intuition and help you heal your body and consciously manifest your reality. Yo, the CIA released a document in 2003 confirming
the Gulf of America. Interesting. The Gulf of Mexico is now called the Gulf of America. The Google Maps now shows the name of Gulf of America as an update to the U.S. Geographic Names Information System. The change ordered by President Donald Trump on his inauguration day. It's also restored the name of Mount McKinley for North America's largest peak. Very good.
The American people are ready to receive the truth.
Humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
Humanity is not the only intelligent species.
We are absolutely not alone. Non-human intelligence exists.
UAPs are real, they're here, and they're not human.
I spent 25 years as a senior official with the CIA.
I worked on highly classified UAP programs.
28 years as an astrophysicist.
I served as the fourth director of national intelligence.
Director of Aviation Security in the National Security Council.
The one-star admiral after 32 years of service. People that come forward with this, I feel like they've taken their life in their own hands. I was recruited to a highly sensitive government program that investigated unidentified aerial phenomena. For over 16 years, on behalf of the U.S. government, I worked as a senior intelligence official on the unidentified aerial phenomenon topic. We learned that the U.S. government was involved in a long-running secret war with other nations. To collect and
this AI video tool for training videos was all I was seeing online, so I gave it a try. Basically,
Easy. Whoa, you gotta calm down there, Chuck. I hurt people. I'm a dick. Oh, being a dick ain't so bad. See, there's three kinds of people: dicks, pussies, and assholes. Pussies think everyone can get along, and dicks just want to fuck all the time without thinking it through. But then you got your assholes, Chuck. And all the assholes want is to shit all over everything. So pussies may get mad at dicks once in a while because pussies get fucked by dicks. But dicks also fuck assholes, Chuck. And if they didn't fuck the assholes, you know what you'd get? You get your dick and your pussy all covered in shit. Easy.
So I asked ChatGPT.
here's how I write SEO blog.
Got another shorty shaking nothing like me. About to catch another flight.
I think it's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is. I look for the invention of artificial life, the cloning of human beings, possible contact with extraterrestrials, possible human immortality, and at the same time, appalling acts of brutality, genocide, race baiting, homophobia, famine, starvation. The mushroom said to me once, it said, "This is what it's like when a species prepares to depart for the stars. You don't depart for the stars under calm and orderly conditions. It's a fire in a madhouse." And that's what we have, the fire in the madhouse at the end of time. This is what it's like when a species prepares to move on to the next dimension. I think it's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird that people
No.